Anthony Fauci shifted a lot of his operations offshore, and those operations ended up, most of them in the Wuhan lab, which is a military lab. Fauci was funding lots of it.
Do you think the lab leak was a leak, or was it intentional?
The best science shows that it indicates that the people who were working on a particular technology that was taught by Ralph Barrick, funded, it was developed by the U.S. government with NIH money. It was then taught to a group of scientists. Barrick taught them two things. He taught them, one, how to engineer the spike with a furin cleave that could attach to the ACE2 receptors of the human lungs and make people sick and spread, through the air. He taught them another trick that has nothing to do with public health, conceivably, which is a technique called seamless ligation, which is a technique for disguising the evidence of human tampering. So you can make the microbe, and then you can erase the evidence that human beings actually made that microbe. And Ben Hu was leading that research. Ben Hu then got sick with two other of his fellow researchers, and they ended up in the hospital with symptoms in November of 2019. And then Ben Hu, the subway line that goes past the Wuhan lab and goes straight to the airport, all the original cases were along that subway line. And so the intelligence that are actually being honest about that, and most of them are not, believe that Ben Hu and two other researchers got sick that the most likely scenario is that Ben Hu and two other researchers who were working on infectious bioweapons got sick and they didn't know it. And so they were riding that subway line every day and infecting people before they actually got symptoms. And that's probably what happened, but nobody knows.